Today, we're going to be building this workbench. Now, this workbench is very strong and sturdy, and it should last for a long time. Now, I'm very happy with how this workbench came out. Very simple project. This is a relatively small workbench compared to other workbenches, but it works just fine in my space. I am going to be building another one of these that's going to be right over there, and I like this design so much, I think I'm going to build another bench similar to this one over here to replace the table that's over there right now to hold the miter saw and the drill press. Now, I'm going to go up here. You can see I have the bandsaw and the router table, and down here I've got some storage, and at the moment I don't have a lower shelf there, but I'm going to add one later once I get a little bit more money and can buy that plywood. Overall, I really do like this workbench. It's very strong, it's going to last for a long time, and I'm going to get plenty of use out of this.
Okay, now to start this project off, what you're going to want to do is, well, first get some 2x4s. This is one of the 5 that I picked up at the Home Depot. And you're going to want to mark out your measurements. So I have already planned that out in my notebook over there, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer those dimensions onto this 2x4 and then cut out those pieces. Okay, and we're going to start by marking our first leg, which I'm going to make 31 inches. So mark it right at 31, and then we're going to go over 1/8 of an inch, make another mark, and that will be our kerf that that the saw is going to cut out. And the cut for the first leg. Okay, and now we're going to cut our lower legs, and I will show you what these are for in a minute, and they're not really called lower legs. The only reason I call them lower legs is because they're a little bit shorter than the legs we cut before, but I'll show you why I'm doing that in a few minutes. Okay, and out of those 2 10-foot 2x4s, I was able to get 4 longer legs and 4 shorter legs, which is just what I need for the legs. And the legs are all set, so now I'll move on to the next 2 2x4s to cut out some other stuff. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is cut out what I call the rails, which are 41 inches each, and those will run the length of the workbench. And now I'm going to cut out 2 of my side supports, and these are 17 inches long. And I'm going to cut one here and then cut another one over here. Okay, and now with just 4 2x4s, I have all of the pieces that I'm going to need, at least right away. I'm going to need to cut some more shorter pieces. I can do that down in the shop later after I start assembling this, just so I don't maybe calculate something wrong or messed up somewhere. I'll just cut those pieces to fit, and it should all work. So now I think I'm going to start assembling this.
Okay, now in order to make one leg, what we need to do is get one of the longer leg pieces we cut and one of the shorter leg pieces. Put that on there. Oops, we got something dripping out. And we will go ahead and rub that around a little bit so it gets everywhere. And then we'll go ahead and screw this on together. Okay, and to screw this together, I'm going to put 1 screw at the top, 1 screw in the middle, and 1 screw at the end, which I've already done. So next we're going to go up top. Now basically, first what you want to do is take your drill and drill a pilot hole. Then switch over and grab your screw
and go ahead and drive that in. And next we're going to need to do one in the middle. Okay, and now as you can see, I have 2 of these legs done, and one of these shortest pieces I cut out, the 17-inch piece, I'll turn the camera over for you. This will pop right in up there, and that's why I made one of these shorter and one of them longer, so I could fit that in and it will be a nice, snug, strong fit. Okay, and up here it's pretty easy to glue up this joint. Just take your glue. Gotta wait for it to come down. I'm running a little bit low on glue. Put some glue in there. Put some glue on the end here. And then put that together. Check it to make sure it's nice and square. This one has a little knot here that sticks out a little ways, so it's kind of hard to make sure it's square because that sticks out. But it looks pretty square, and I'm gonna trust my miter saw, trust that that's nice and square, and I'm gonna go ahead and drill my pilot hole and then screw this together. Okay, and with that, as you can see, I have 2 of these pieces pretty much completed. I still need to add the bottom brace here, but what I'm going to do now is go ahead and set these up for you. I'm going to flip them out like this, turn that one out, and turn that one out, and I'll bring that up for you, and then these pieces will lay across like that. Okay, and we can finish driving our screws in this corner. There we go. Okay, now as you can see here, that side's done, so now I can flip it over and screw on the other side. Now you can see, basically it's looking like a workbench now, and I still need to add a few more things. I need to add the top, and I need to add the trim around the top, and I also need to add these rail pieces that will go up here, and I need to add these pieces that will go in here for a bottom piece down there. Okay, and so now what I can do is go ahead and take a screw and drive it on in there. And I'm going to do another one there and wrap this all around. Well, there we go. You can pretty much see all the frame put together. Next, what we need to do is add the top as well as the trim on the side of the top.